Satnam. 3 days ago, my brother-in-law was sitting with my sister in the evening and we were having this long chat. And he was telling her how lucky he is to get these 45 days of lockdown and to spend this quality time with her. And how blessed he was to have a wife as wonderful as him, who loved him so much. And it was a long conversation. They were talked about the retirement and how, they couldn't wait to see their son graduate and become an MBA. And they were making so many plans for the future. They're talking about going to Australia sometime next year. Today morning at 4 o'clock, my brother-in-law passed away. I'm sad because he was a good man. He was a good husband. He was a good friend. He was a good son. And the reason why I'm making this video right now is to reach out to every one of you who's watching this, who smokes or drinks thinking that, it's probably fashionable, or maybe you have an excuse that, you're addicted to it. And so I used to smoke 3 packets of cigarettes a day at one time. And if I can give up smoking, anybody can. So my brother-in-law was a smoker, and that's probably the only vice he had in this world. And at the age of 49, today morning, he's passed away. The message I want to give you through this video is that you have only one life, and it's much shorter than it is. If you love yourself, if you have this self-love, there is no way you would want to harm your body. I've always said in my classes for the last 9 years that there are 3 temples in this life. The first one is not the temple that you go to pray, the mosque, the Gurudwara, the church. That's the third one. So the third temple is the one where you're praying and your place of worship. The second one, which is more important, is your family, your loved ones, your home. That's the temple. I had an aunt who got so involved in spirituality and religion that she went and spent all the time in the ashram, and she would come back late. She would be just praying the whole day, and she just devoted her whole life to God, to religion. And the result was that her 2 daughters and her son, their lives were destroyed because they had no mother to look after them. Her husband got lonely and he died early, out of grief and loneliness. And so looking after this temple that she thought was more important than the home, she destroyed her home and the lives of 4 people. So the second most important temple for me is your home. And then the first one, the most important temple, is your body. You have to look after your body. It's not optional. As I said in one of my last videos, when I go to a supermarket, even now during the coronavirus, and a lot of people are filling up, carts upon carts with stuff, and I look at them, and they just got packaged foods in them. They got these, junk foods. They have all kinds of garbage on that. Why would you do that to yourself? I had this conversation about 4 years ago with this really, really wise, holy man from the south of India. He came to my house with 3 tikas, and he asked me what my ultimate goal was, and I said, I want to save the world. I'm going to save the planet. And I told him I met the president of Guyana, I've met the governor of Guanajuato, and I've met I was giving him this long list of these important people I met and advised on health, from the health ministry, and he was just smiling. And then finally, when I finished, he said, "You cannot save the world." I said, "Why?" I said, "I will, and I will show you." He started laughing. He said, "You cannot save the world because the world does not want to be saved. If anybody wants to be happy, who's stopping them? If anybody wants to be healthy, who's stopping them from being healthy? Today you are watching this video on a social media. You're watching it either on YouTube or on Facebook or Instagram. Tell me something, what's stopping you from just Googling these words, B.M. Hegde, Rujuta Divekar, Luke Coutinho? Just Google them. There has so much wealth of information coming from there about your body, about your health, about what you should eat. Who's stopping you from doing that? Why is watching a Netflix show more important than learning something that is about your physical wisdom, about your spiritual wisdom, about philosophy? If you don't look after yourself, who's going to look after you? This conversation of mine with you today is in respect and in memory of my brother-in-law, Sunil Vijan. As I said, he's a great friend. He was the best husband a woman could ever ask for. He was the best son a mother could ask for. And he's no more because of one mistake, smoking. I would request that if you have a friend who smokes, please tag them. You can tag as many friends as you have who smoke or drink, because these are both vices that kill you. Look after yourself, look after your life. And again, I'm repeating what I said in the beginning. You have only one life, and it's much shorter than you think it is. Satnam.